Welcome to 549 Media. The lights are on, the crowd is loud, and the stage is set for tonight's action. From the opening whistle to the final buzzer, we bring you every drive, every shot, every play that makes the difference. This is where passion meets performance and every moment counts. Grab a snack, sit back, and enjoy your hometown Yellowjackets because the game starts now.
Well, good morning, and we welcome you into the Hive for the KLN Family Brands Invitational. The Perham Yellowjackets getting ready to take on the Fosston Greyhounds here in the first round contest here from the Hive on court number 2. We're about 10 minutes away from the start of this contest. Tournament rolling along here at the Hive as well as Prairie Wind Middle School, and some exciting first round contests have already taken place this morning. Roseau in a thriller over Underwood. They pick up a 2-1 victory. Thief River Falls knocks off Park Christian. Hillcrest Lutheran knocks off Walker Hackensack Akeley in our early contest here this morning. I'm Jason Groth, and alongside me today for part of the day, and we thank you for coming in, is Lance Rock, as what should be a fun tournament here at the Hive.
Yeah, I'm just impressed you started with good morning. Usually one of the two of us says good evening because that's what we're used to. But, a day chock full of volleyball here, and I think for a lot of teams it's a great timing for this event as you're really flipping the page to go towards tournament time. And I think this gives you a day full that you can look at rotations, maybe change a few things up. But that being said, you really do want to win as many as you can because it could have section implication for a lot of these teams. And I do kind of like the crossover, Jason, of 1A schools playing 2A schools and vice versa. And we're going to see that right away for the Perham Yellowjackets here as they take on the Fosston Greyhounds.
The Yellowjackets open today against Fosston. Both teams have an interesting season so far. The Yellowjackets have been on a roll at 10-6. Fosston coming in to the tournament at 6-10. And you mentioned section seedings. It's going to play a role throughout the day and how that could go for these two teams. We just saw what was sitting at the top, the number 1 seed in Roseau in Section 8 AA, get pushed to the limits by Underwood in set 1. And how this tournament format works to kind of give you a look behind the scenes on how the tournament's set up. It's bracketed play throughout. But what they do is we go 1 through 16 on the QRF, and then you try to avoid conference matchups in that first round.
Yeah, and I like this. A lot of tournaments are pool play, and you get in a group of teams, and the ones who are undefeated play each other, and this is true tournament experience in an event, and I like that it goes both directions. You've got the winner's side, and unfortunately there has to be a loser side in all of these, but you're going to get your amount of events, but it's truly boiling down to you allow for that Cinderella story to happen, and it almost just occurred with Underwood. And I think that's the beauty of how this is set up today.
And also one of the unique things you mentioned that, you do have that consolation side of the bracket, but no matter what, if you finish first or 16th, you're getting 4 games today against quality competition throughout. And as the tournament plays out, pretty even competition all the way through.
Well, and I think it's just good for all teams. And I there's teams, let's be honest, Jason, that are coming in. They want the 4 events because maybe they're having a little bit of a down year, and this is a way to get younger athletes onto the floor, maybe not on the bright lights of the bands playing and all the gym's packed, which it's pretty full today, but this is it's like a really good practice atmosphere scrimmage, and that brings out the best in a lot of teams. And I think for the Yellowjackets, it's a time for them to grow on what you said has been a really good second half of the season. They're finally healthy, and this is a time I think you can play a little looser, play free, try some different things, but yet ultimately you want to win as many of these as you can get.
And tournament formats are always different. I mean, the one benefit of hosting is the Yellowjackets get to stay home, sleep in their own beds, and get ready to go here at the Hive. The only thing is, how awake are you? We could see some teams like Roseau, maybe, after a long bus ride down and you're playing the first game at 9 o'clock, you're a little tired and not ready to go.
Yeah, definitely different than going through a school day. But, sometimes those are the things you want to take away as a coach is let's put kids in different positions that might put some stress on them and see how they react to it, because ultimately those teams that are able to adjust and do things differently as needed are the ones who are the victors when it comes section playoff time. So, again, talk about Fosston just a little bit. They're on a little bit of a skid here, one win in their last 5 or 6 events, but they do play some AA schools. I saw Thief River in on their schedule. So, again, it's kind of the part that we haven't talked about. It's the fun of seeing schools you wouldn't normally see as well, Jason.
Indeed, a great explanation and recap there, Lance. And looking at the bracket here, if the Yellow Jackets win, they will move to Court 1 at roughly noon. If they lose, they go to Court 3, which is to our left. Court 1's to our right. And if you're tuning in and thinking about what are you going to do this afternoon and want to come to the Hive, one ticket gets you into all 4 courts. We also have the middle school court being used as well. We'll take a timeout, come back, get you set up for the start of the Yellow Jackets in Fosston here on the 549 Media Network.
Perham Health is here to take care of you, to keep you crushing it. Broken bone? We'll fix it. New baby? We'll deliver. We've heard that. And yes, we can help. From life's big moments to the annoyingly sick ones, our providers have the expertise and compassion to handle it all. Perham Health, so you can keep on hitting it.
I'm Jen Hendrickson with United Community Bank.
Jacket Pride isn't something we take lightly. We support the teachers and support staff that help teach our children every day. We support local Perm athletes with our Battle of the Bees sponsorship nights. And every year we award 4 scholarships to Perm seniors. Yellowjackets are my team, and United Community Bank is my bank.
We take pride in what we send out. When you open a bag of licorice, you want that licorice to look good, you want that licorice to taste good. We work for you. We take pride in what we're making and what we are offering. It is so important to me. I do thank KLN from the bottom of my heart that they believe you and your family is important.
At Hilltop Lumber, we're not just about building materials. We're about building relationships. We're honored to be recognized for our excellence in our industry, but the greatest reward? It's the trust we built with our customers. It's not just about providing quality materials, it's about building strong relationships. We're proud to be a part of the communities we serve, working with you to bring your vision to life. Because at Hilltop Lumber, success is measured by the partnerships we create and the homes, businesses, and dreams we help build together. Hilltop Lumber, where we help plan, supply, and deliver dreams.
Welcome back into the Hive, and good morning once again to the fans tuning in. The KLN Family Brands Invitational live from the Hive. We'd like to thank our sponsors for support of Yellow Jacket activities as we're just a few minutes away. New Horizons starting lineups, unfortunately, with the tournament. We thank you for sponsoring that. We don't have access to those right away. We'll try to let you know who's on the court as fast as we can. But that's just kind of how it goes in the tournament. You don't have the access to everyone down there, and also doing multiple duties of trying to keep the brackets up to date and everything running.
Oh, yeah, and it makes for a fun day, and it goes by fast. And like Yellow Jackets, I think I don't think we're going to see many surprises with who they have on the starting lineups, but it's knowing the other teams. We don't get a chance to see them. And And it's good. It's good to keep us on our toes, I guess, as well, Jason. So, Yellow Jackets look like coming with the same starting lineup that we saw against Frazee.
In the back row, it's Maddie Kunze, Greta Gillespie, Cameron Coast. Up front, Jocelyn Griffin, Jovi Larson, and Addie Hackle. Sophie Nelson are waiting to come in. Fosston along the front rows, Alexis Isles, Brielle Dupont, and number 5, Ava Hayes. In the back row, Madison Bailey, Emma Howard, and Miley Hovey. We apologize if we mispronounce a name or two. As we get ready to go, we thank you for tuning in. We'll have coverage as long as the Yellow Jackets stay in the Hive. We'll have coverage all day long in the Hive.
Well, and that talked about the names, Jason. The access is there in the hallways. They're warming out up in the great hall, and you just don't get a chance to talk to coaching staffs and those sorts of things. But again, it take nothing away. Perham's going to get the service to start here, and it's the only difference is the best out of 3 is the only change that I know of.
And the center of the court as Kunze starts it with the serve.
Agreed.
Pass near side and a nice kill there. Ava Hayes gives Fosston the early 1-0 lead. And then getting used to the whistles and making sure you're on the right court when you hear them and the buzzers.
I've already looked up twice at the whistle, and you catch yourself, you hear the crowd roar, and your eyes wander to another match as well.
Serve coming in that time was Isles, and now Griffin down the line, and she just misses it. Sorry, we're unable to get that low out-of-bounds line here on our camera angle as it's 2-0.
Man, but you got 98% of what nice positioning there, and really good start here by Fosston as they look like they're ready to roll here. Good service, and they're on the attack.
Sent here for Hackle. She directs it. Nice play by Howard. Pass near side. Left-hand punch there by Bailey. Jump set there. Hackle again. Nice save by Obi. But it's unable to be controlled by the Greyhounds, and the Yellow Jackets strike for their first point on the Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. It's 2-1.
And again, the Yellow Jackets have utilized that a lot more, Jason, than I saw earlier in the year, the middle of the court and trying to find that opening as they make the defense move, and another nice attack there by the Jackets.
That one's Addie Hackle. And it's 2-all. As now we'll have a stoppage on multiple courts as our game ball trickles over to our left on court 3.
Yeah, it's interesting. You got 2 going. You got a warm-up. They're warming up for court number 1 yet, and it's crazy right now.
Griffin with the serve, and I like our angle of watching the serve coming into your own home, and that one sent just long on the far side, and the Yellow Jackets have knotted it at 2. Or 3-2, excuse me, they now lead.
No, and again, I like to see both teams attacking right now, Jason. Early in the morning, you kind of wonder what you're getting.
And there's an ace serve. We'll call that the New Horizons Realty ace serve.
Good call there.
And it makes it 4-2.
Griffin picking up right where she left off against Frazee.
Off the tape, but there's an error. Makes it 4-3 now, and Fosston will serve on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard here. So we thank you for tuning in to the KLN Family Brands Invitational. The serve will come into your screen. And a nice serve there by DuPont. Set far side, Hackle. She has to adjust. Dug up. Fosston will send it over. Hackle with the set now. Coast will just bury it. Cameron Coast with a good read there. Saw the opening and just put that down.
Yeah, and it's fun. We've talked about her hitting a milestone last week. And again, she's just getting more and more confident all the time, and now adding hitting to her game, and the Yellow Jackets with another one.
6-3 in favor of the Yellow Jackets.
Interesting, you get a good look here. Jovi Larson, you always talk about her serving on the opposite side That one didn't go well for her, but it brings a different angle, and now you could see she's got a little cut to that serve. This angle leads us to see some things that we don't usually get to see on every given game night.
That makes it 6-4. Now serving will be Braylon Sater for the Greyhounds. Kunza comes and plays a back set there. Hackle, she kind of whiffed. And just misses that one at 6-5. Sater will serve once again for the Greyhounds. Kunza passes it up. Coast tracks it down. Now Gillespie on the far side. Fosston in their attack. Sent down on the attempt by Klom. Nice diving play there by Sater to keep it alive. The strong hit's too far. On the attack there by Isles. That's 7-5. Yellow Jackets up. Addie Hackle will serve on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard.
That's a good view, too, that we don't usually get a look in. Cam Coast has done a really nice job of attacking for the Yellow Jackets.
And an ace serve for Addie Hackle makes it 8-5.
You can see that all in motion as you can really watch the Yellow Jackets set up their offense and what Cameron Coast is seeing, and she just dumped it right into the middle of the floor. Really impressive.
Another nice serve by Hackle, and it's 9-5. And the Yellow Jackets in control early of set number one.
Yeah, good bounce back for the Yellow Jackets as it was an early start.
And another ace for Hackle.
Now we can go back to debating our timeout situation, and I don't know if timeouts change for this tournament or not, or you get a partial amount of your timeouts, but again, Hackle's changing up her serve there with a little float serve.
Off the block there, kept alive. Griffin, now Gillespie. Nice dive in the back row. That almost came up to us. I think Yellow Jackets lead 11-5. Still, just like it normally, you get your 2 timeouts each set, and that's just like that. Fosston will take one.
I was kind of wondering. I didn't get the rules. I didn't know if they limited you a little bit just to keep time restraints of keeping it in place, and there's one called.
We'll take a break. Yellow Jackets lead 11-5 on set one.
McCall Construction is the Lakes area full-service construction management company, offering a truly personalized experience. From dream homes to commercial spaces, McCall Construction focuses on putting you first with experienced value engineering that delivers on your vision and surpasses your expectations. Whether you already have a plan or you're just getting started, give them a call. McCall Construction will make the entire process so much easier. Call them at 218-346-7070 or check them out on Facebook.
Central Market, the fresh place in Perham and Detroit Lakes, offering the freshest meat, produce, bakery, and deli products possible with great value for your money. A visit to Central Market is a journey into freshness. You'll always be able to find a wide variety of items that will result in the perfect meal for your family and friends. Begin with their meat department, and whether it's succulent fruit and vegetables, fresh baked specialties from their bakery, or the convenience of fresh deli selections, Central Market is the fresh place for your family. Go Yellow Jackets.
Welcome back to the Hive. Out of the timeout, the Yellow Jackets continue the roll with Hackle at the line. It's 12-5 now. That's punched over. Hackle pushes it up for Coast. In the middle for Zacharias. The block is there, but unable to control it is Fosston, and it's down. It's 13-5 Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Hackle on a nice roll here. Serving, you can really see it come into your living room or wherever you're watching. She's changing up her serve often. It's deep and then float serve, and that one just a little bit long.
13-6 your score. Fosston will now serve. It's going to be Hannah Fonder. And the Yellow Jackets will play the winner of Parker's Prairie and Staples Molly. I mean, the winner of this game will play the winner of that one.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not a jinx.
Yeah, I was going to say you might get a call from the coaching staff of that.
And Gillespie with the kill makes it 14-6.
I was thinking back to the Johnny Carson days. That tells you how old I am. Just opening up the envelope and here's your winner. But again, the Yellow Jackets looking really strong, and I can see where you felt that way, Jason. And this is good. This is what we want to see as the Yellow Jackets continue to roll.
Westry pushes that over. Nice attack attempt by Quam, but the Yellow Jackets control it defensively. There's Coast with the pass up to Hackle, and now Griffin along the near side. Try to cut that one. Hackle pass up, Coast ready there for the set in the middle. Zacharias into the net. 14-7 now. Fosston will serve.
A couple things I'm looking for today out of the Yellow Jackets, and I speak like I know a lot about volleyball, which is probably not the case, but I want to see that back row continue to pass the way they are, and it looks good right now, but we saw that against Frazee, and then it kind of went astray on them, and that's where it led to a few anxious moments for the Yellow Jackets as Zacharias puts another kill on the board for herself.
The Yellow Jackets by 8. Greta Gillespie will now serve. Again, this is one of the rare times in the last few weeks that the Yellow Jackets have been fully healthy. Nice pass there by Fosston, but kept alive by the Yellow Jackets, and they're unable to control it. On the Yellow Jackets capitalized, 16-7. Yellow Jackets face find in that far corner by the Yellow Jackets, and I believe we have a timeout. Yes, there is a timeout, so we'll take that break with them. Yellow Jackets lead 16-7. Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. We'll be back.
Since 1980, more families have trusted Jack Chivers Realty than anyone else in the Lakes area. I'm Blake Olson, the owner of Jack Chivers Realty. Our dedicated agents have a deep understanding of the area.
We live here, and our kids go to school here. Let us find the perfect home for you and your family, or lean on our knowledge and marketing to sell your home. Find out how Chivers delivers right here in Perham. Reach out today and start packing. JackChiversRealty.com.
It's not necessary to build your business in Perham, Minnesota to be successful. But it sure does help. Hammers Construction, your vision, our team.
Welcome back to live action. That one's in the net on the attack attempt by Quam, and the Yellow Jackets lead 17-7. You're in set number 1. Best 2 of 3 today here at the Hive. That's all the way throughout due to tournament and state rules limitations on how that works with the rule. This counts as the one event, but you're allowed to play 4 in a day, which state baseball and softball have now passed that and have changed that. And a nice attack there by Griffin. Goes to Larson. She'll send it over. Played to here on the far side. Fosston on the attack in the back row on the attempt there by Hannah Fonder goes into the net.
Well, and I go back to those changes of events and what you can play. I think that's a good thing. State high school leagues definitely ramping up their game for safety and health of the student athlete. It gets to be a long day in the way it is, and it seems like when things go wrong is when you play too much and all of a sudden you turn an ankle or do something and it affects the whole rest of your season. So probably some good changes there by the high school league, and this has been a fun event. And I think I have the score right, but it hasn't changed on our clock yet.
They're adjusting the antenna. And now they got that squared away. And I believe they're also checking the score to make sure. You have it 19-7 on our scoreboard here in the Hive, has it at 18-8. Kunzel will serve. That one is low. So it's now apparently 18-9.
Okay, I'll change ours, but I didn't think I missed one, but I must have somewhere in there.
Well, I think they're might be discussing along the
lines of the same thing, but
we're good to go. We'll have a serve, and there it is. Hackle on the attack into the net. And it's 18-10.
Again, it's kind of interesting, I think, for athletes today, Jason. You got to kind of create your own atmosphere. You got to create your own energy because the pomp and circumstance is not here with the bands and huge crowds sitting right by the way the gym's set up, not sitting right next to you and getting you pumped up. So let's see if the Yellow Jackets can do that.
Yellow Jackets at the net get the four hit call against Fosston, and Griffin will now serve, and there's an opposing block of Griffin and Hackle that led to that. Griffin with another strong serve. Her service game has really picked up this year as it goes on, and that one's sent low.
Well, this rotation's been one of the best for the Yellow Jackets right now, and it allows that double block of the two ladies that you mentioned earlier. Griffin's been doing a nice job serving, changing up her serve, and they just seem like they're very confident when this rotation comes up for the Yellow Jackets.
Kunza there. Coast will now push it over far side for Larson. That's off the block. Foss unable to control it, and a kill for Jovi Larson. And now Griffin will continue to serve on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Griffin off the tape, but Fosston was able to read him well. Now Coast again with the left hand, and the kill for Cameron Coast. The acrobatics there by Coast makes it 22-10. Yellow Jackets closing in on set number one. Griffin there with a nice serve. Fosston tracks it down off her screen. Now it comes back in. Nelson calls for it. Coast on the back set for Hackle on the slide. Gets just enough of it off the block and down. It's 23-10.
Yeah, it's fun to watch the offense in action right now. The Yellow Jackets moving really well, passing the ball well. Again, it's set up by this service game by Griffin.
Nice block, Coast at the net, but Fosston kept it alive. Larson into the antenna and the tape. 23-11 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Set number one. Best two of three. Games are kind of set an hour apart. So as of right now, this might be get your tournament ahead of schedule. There's an ace serve and an ace serve there by Fosston. And a beautiful serve was Brielle Dupont. But Fosston battling at 23-12.
You're trying everything you can do to announce or jinx these Yellow Jackets today, Jason. And again, if you're the Yellow Jackets, just take care of business right now and get this next point, get your service back, and put your stamp on this, the opening round here.
Oh, my comment was more about the pace of play as it's really picked up on this court. And that one is down for a kill for the Yellow Jackets to make it 24-12 set point.
And there's exactly what I said. That I love the swing. Just kind of put your stamp on what you want to do here and let the Fosston Greyhounds know that they're going to have to be ready every time that it's set up at the net.
Sam Mulzoff in with the serve. Pass near side. Hayes sends that over. Coast left hand, read well that time, but unable to play it up and over as Fosston and the Yellow Jackets take set one, 25-12 on the Greyhounds. I'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back to the Hive. Set number two between Fosston and the Yellow Jackets here on the 549 Media Network.
At New Horizons Realty, we're on your team. For over 25 years, we've been helping families and businesses find the perfect place to call home here in the Lakes area. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just dreaming, we've got the experience and local knowledge to guide you through every step of your real estate journey. As proud supporters of the Perham Yellowjackets, we believe in building strong teams on the mat, court, or field, and in the community. Check out our current listings at PerhamRealEstate.com or give us a call today at 218-346-7767.
At Nias Family Sales, our experienced mechanics are here to provide exceptional service in a timely manner. With 10 service bays, the service department at Nias Family Sales can work on all makes and models. Our experienced mechanics can do everything from oil changes, tire repairs, brake service, engine and transmission repair, and much more. Schedule your vehicle today. Call 218-346-5976 or visit the Nias Family Sales Service Center at 610 East Main Street in Perham.
Welcome back to the Hive. The one thing about tournament play is your intermission breaks aren't as long as they usually are. Yellow Jackets ready to go. Fosston still taking the time talking things over with their head coach. The Yellow Jackets took a set one victory, 25-12.
Yeah, they did a really nice job of just being in control and not letting Fosston get on those mini runs that we've seen the Yellow Jackets let the opponents do, Jason. And so let's see if that holds true. We kind of saw that they really played well against Frazee, came back, and the next set was Frazee's. So I think if these are the type of things that you're doing with, as Coach Thompson is building these girls, now is the time. Don't let your foot off the gas. Let's keep going. Let's end this 1 and 2 and give ourselves a little chance to rest before we head into the next round.
You touched on it well, I think, Lance. You look at the energy that was in the building on Thursday night. Now you go to a tournament, like you said, you got to come up with your own momentum, your own energy, and the Yellow Jackets have done a nice job of that so far in set one. Larson sets that over. Pass near side on the attack to Pong. Nelson does a nice job of getting over to play that up, and now Hackle sends it over from the back row. Back set in the middle. Hayes punches it, blocked there. Griffin. Jocelyn Griffin with the block. Had a nice start to the morning. Now Colin Wolf will serve. Steve Sanitation, player of the game, coming up in our post-game show. Brought to you by KLN Family Brands. This is the 2025 KLN Family Brand Invitational. Sent over by Nelson. Hayes in the middle, and it's blocked by Hackle. Hackle read that well, and it's now 2-0 Yellow Jackets.
Well, for Fosston.
Oh, sorry, never mind.
Yeah, it
went out on the block.
It's the angle, and looking through the net is kind of deceiving, but that was a really good setup for the Greyhounds, and then they turn around and unforced error into the net to give the Yellow Jackets back the lead. But that gives you a little hope if you're the Greyhounds. That was the hardest hit for them of the day, so let's see if they can build off that a little bit.
Punched over softly, nice read there by Nora Marquis, and she puts that down. We're tying at 2. Their Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Winner of this one will take on the winner of Parker's Prairie and Staples Motley, currently in the first set. 14-11 is the score there. Hackle on the attack. Nice play in the back row to keep it alive. Fosston pass near side. Marquis sends that over. Now here for Larson. Splits the defense, but it looks like it is in.
That's the bad angle we talked about for us. And I don't know if it was a tip. It looked like it was going long when I first saw the hit, but it must have either nicked the line or there was a tip. I didn't see a touch call, though.
Larson will serve for the Yellow Jackets. Another strong serve in the Yellow Jacket service game today has been good.
Yeah, and I think it was against the Frazee Hornets too, Jason. And that's one of the areas that I see kind of helps make up maybe if your passing's down a little bit. And then as we give credit, they serve wide and give the service game back to Fosston. But I think it helps your defense if your service game's on point, because that hit coming back has a lot of times been a free attempt, or it's been a roll shot over, which is a lot easier than if you're letting that team set up and just hammer away in their attack.
Fosston will serve. Coming into your screen, Wolf plays it. Coast jump set from behind for Hackle. Nice play And a nice block at the net there by Fosston. That was Hetty Quam to get that one to even at 4.
A little more life out of the Greyhounds, but they did start the first set kind of on this tear too. Maybe it's the rotation, the early rotation sets up better for them.
Griffin plays that one. Coast tries to dump it over. Red well there. Quam punches it up. Fosston sends it back over, but Coast quick play gets them out of rotation a little bit and scattering and helter-skelter, and Hackle's able to take advantage and bury it for a kill.
Well, when Hackle gets that momentum, she hits well everywhere, but when she's on that slide attack and gets a little momentum and it's that 2-foot jump, she really gets high in the air, and Coast is laying it on her hand, and it's fun to watch.
Battle at the net. Coast pushes it back. Hackle passes it over for Gillespie. Set up there. Now the pass far side, and the attack there, swinging there was Marquis. And now Zacharias in the middle block, but sent back over there by Quam. Now Coast again with the left hand. Nelson to Coast. Hackle in the back row. That one's long.
Yeah, again, I like that back row setup to Hackle. It kind of keeps her involved, and I think the more involved she is, she just stays like ultimate focused into the game. So it's nice to see that back set to her once in a while. Good job by the Yellow Jackets. The other one I was going to touch on is Mia Zacharias. When she comes into the middle row, as there's a block by Coast, they're really setting to her, and she's doing a nice job of straight down hitting and putting a lot of pressure on the defense.
That one's into the net by Quam. And it makes it 6-5 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Hackle. Nope, Coast will serve as they flip it back and forth and getting that right rotation set. Coast will serve. Going far side with it. Set here for Quam. Kept alive in the back row. Now going to Gillespie. Played up there by Sater. Back attack sent over on the attack there by Isles. Now it's Griffin on the swing. Just misses the near line. And we're all square at 6. Our first half have been sent. Roseau will take on Thief River Falls. Hillcrest Lutheran will take on Topeka in the winners bracket side. Underwood will take on Park Christian, and Walker Hackensack Inkley will take on Piers. Those matches follow the conclusions of the matches going on the court right now. Nelson in the back row. Hackle to set up to Gillespie. Set in the middle on the attack. Quam too long.
Again, this is kind of where the Yellow Jackets set one, took control, and you look for them, to do the same thing. Coming off a little coaching voice from last night, so you'll have to excuse me once in a while. Looking over at who the possible matchups are, Staples Motley giving Parker's Prairie a run for their money right now, 19-17 in favor of Parker's Prairie in set one.
8-6, Yellow Jackets get the point there. Gillespie, a nice serve here along the near sideline. Back row, or the attack attempt there by DePong is short. The Yellow Jackets lead 9-6. Nakalio scoreboard watching as well as taking a look to see on the potential matchups and how the tournament's going along. And that one, serve is long here just down below us, and it's now 9-7. Fosston will serve. Both teams will make a pair of substitutions.
Well, if you notice, when I start scoreboard watching, I forget about the scoreboard that I'm in control of, and thanks for the little subtle reminder there, Jason, to make sure I'm doing my job here.
Greyhounds will serve. Nice left-handed serve there by Hovey. Griffin punches that over. Tough set. Now Fosston will send it over. Ghost in the middle for Zacharias off the block. Kept alive. Fosston gets in the rotation. A nice attack by DePaul. In their system, I should say. And Griffin puts that into the net. 9-8. Fosston within one. Yellow Jackets won the first set, 25-12.
Well, it's great in that point. Yellow Jackets didn't get the point, but Jovi Larson did a great job of covering there, and there's one of those dreaded serves. It's you can't do anything about it.
And a serve ties it at 9 here on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Hackle goes with the set. Now for Zacharias off the double block and down. Mia Zacharias with the kill. Got it through aisles.
It's kind of exactly what we talked about when she's in rotation in that middle spot. She gets off the ground really quickly, and it puts a lot of pressure on the opposing defense to cover up that middle ground, and it also allows you not to have a double block on Hackle or Griffin.
Passed up, sent far side on the attack by Hayes. It goes on, it's 11-9. And Wolf will serve from the far side. And she gets an ace. 12-9 Yellow Jackets.
Must have had we're taking a picture. Somebody must have had a milestone from Parker's Prairie on our right side. See if we can get.
Nelson with a nice dive to keep that alive. Yellow Jackets send it over. Fosston on the attack, sent long on the attempt by Hayes. I saw the balloons. It was 1,000 something. That's all I can tell you.
I was trying to read posters, but I never really got a good angle. But congratulations to whatever happened over there.
Wolf with an ace serve makes it 14-9. And a timeout called by the Greyhounds. We'll take it with them.
They go where you go. They're your wingman. Your, I should get this thing checked out support system. Who knows? They may even be your +1. Or should we say +4? These are your tires. Small town, large city, winter, summer. Every destination and every type of weather. At OK Tire Store and Service, we go the extra mile so you can add some extra miles. See us for tires, preventative maintenance, and more. OKTireInc.com.
Welcome back into the Hive. Nice serve by Wolf. Fosston controls on the attack by Hayes. Oh, Wolf and Nelson converge, miscommunicate. That leads to a point for Fosston. And it's 14-10, set number 2 from the Hive on KLN Invitational Saturday. Nelson goes on the run as Hackle punches it over.
Great adjustment there by Hackle.
That one just misses. I think, yep, it just misses the far sideline. And it's 15-10? Or 14-11. They do give the point to Fosston.
Yeah, I think what happened was the line judge was trying to get away from the ball, and they read out right away, and they regathered.
And now that one's sent long. It's 14-12. I didn't see the correction on the
I didn't either, but
so.
I saw it happening. You probably did on your screen as well. And I'm positive that's what happened, and it looked like it was going to go the Yellow Jackets' way.
Griffin adjusts. As they're discussing, there was a tip that goes out, but the joys of the tournament is you have youthful line judges who do a great job, but also can be intimidated with the action.
Well, absolutely, and that's where you got to rely on the paid judges. Well, I mean, everybody is, but the adults to kind of and they did a great job of just taking control there.
Hackle with the block at the net and down. Makes it 16-12.
And here's that rotation again. I like this for the Yellow Jackets. I know I probably talked about it too much, but this has been a really good spot for the Yellow Jackets to make a nice long run.
A block there by Coast, but it goes out. It's unable to control it, 16-13. Fosston hanging around, and now on the other side, Staples Motley has jumped ahead of Parker's Prairie 25-14 in the first set. Fosston will serve. Into your screen, that's Wolf. Coast now for Hackle, and Hackle buries it. Addy, Hackle with the kill. Yellow Jackets by 4.
Well, it sure is nice to know that when things go a little askew, you can go to someone like Hackle, and she just kind of becomes the closer. She's doing a great job of taking that role on for the Yellow Jackets.
Nice serve there by Larson. That had the Greyhounds scrambling. And it's 18-13 as that goes into the net. Larson will serve. That one is sent long. And Staples Motley takes set 1 on court 3 against Parker's Prairie. Reason why we're keeping you updated on that one also is the winner of that one plays the winner of this one. And the family connections as well.
Yes, and those of you probably don't want to hear it again. My sister is the head coach, and my brother-in-law is the assistant coach. So watching both courts, everybody knows how my laser-like focus is anyways. So I apologize if I miss a score here or there, is when it got exciting over there. My eyes tended to wander a little bit to court 1. But nice job for them. But Yellow Jackets have to get focused here now and put this one away to get to this next round.
I could put that one in the net. Now Molzoff keeps it alive. Nelson will push it over and just missed the far sideline. And just like that, the Greyhounds within 2.
Well, you wouldn't think, but those 2 little white lines are hard to pick up when you're up here and seeing if it's in or out.
Off the block there, kept alive by Fosston. Passed up, Qualm will send it over. Kunza, Coast, they read it well, did the Greyhounds. So that block comes back to him. The attack there, and it's in. Nice attack there by Hattie Qualm. And the court to our left, Kitson County Central and Barnesville squaring off right now. That's, believe, set 1. I don't know if the scoreboard could be right in set 2, but it's 16-10, I believe, Kitson County. And that one is hit into the net, and we're tied at 18 as Fosston has rallied back.
It is indeed Kitson County in the lead over on that side.
Ghosts out the pass. Now it's Smallsoff. Played up there by DePaul. Sent and a kill there for Fosston. Getting that was Marquis. Nora Marquis makes it 19-18. Fosston with the lead. Here in set number 2. Hackle on the attack. Gets it down the line, and it's tied at 19. I know if I was serving and the horn went off on a different court, my serve would end up on another court. So the focus and concentration is at another level for these players here today throughout this afternoon.
Well, we talked about earlier, creating your own energy. You also have to eliminate all the distractions because you hear the cheering from the other, you hear horns, whistles. You just got to play through it and just be focused.
Nice shot, just tucked inside the line there by Quam. And Fosston regains the lead on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard at 20-19, looking to force a third. Kunza, Coast, Zacharias all the way on the edge, plays it over. Nelson goes with the set for Zacharias in the middle. Nice block. Hackle retrieves it, keeps it alive. Malzoff punches it over, and Fosston sends it back, but they're into the nets. And we're tied at 20. Good effort in the back row by Sander. As Coast will serve, Griffin back in. Tied at 20 on your Hilltop Lumber scoreboard. Here's set 2. And a serve for Cameron Coast. That's 21-20. Coast, low liner again, played by Sander. Sent over by Klum, and that's out. And the Yellow Jackets lead by 2, 22-20 here.
And again, this is what we have highlighted about Cameron Coast's game, is she never gets too high and never gets too low, and she steps up in a 20-20 match. I don't think she changes her thinking to if they were way up or way down, and there's another ace.
23-20, Yellow Jackets in the lead. Coast will serve. Low liner. Molzoff to pass to Coast. Back set for Griffin. Griffin. And the Yellow Jackets have set and match points at 24-20. Coast to serve. Short serve, another nice one there. Yellow Jackets play it over, but right back. Sent back by Emma Howard, 24-21.
Yeah, just kind of an awkward play there on both sides of the ball. I think the Yellow Jackets didn't think it was going to come over. You would believe that was going to be a spike down end of game, but nice job by the Greyhounds to keep rallying.
Molzoff punches it over. The Greyhounds read that the Yellow Jackets are moving, and they find the far corner to make it 24-22. Out of system with the Yellow Jackets on that one, and out of sorts as Fosston takes advantage and hangs alive.
Yeah, again, it goes back to that initial passing, I think, by the Yellow Jackets. Those are things that are going to be, and there it is.
That serve is long. The Yellow Jackets take the match 25-22. They win the match 2-0. We'll take a quick break, come back, wrap things up, and get you set up for our next one here on the 549 Media Network. Horseman Investments and Insurance can help you with your retirement planning goals and insurance protection needs. Kyle Van Dyke and his team provides educated retirement solutions, wealth management strategies, inheritance and legacy planning, and personalized auto, homeowners, and life insurance protection plans. We are here for your lifelong financial wellness. To set up an appointment, call Kyle Van Dyke at 218-236-6665 or email at kyle.vandyke@horseman.com. Picture this, brand new floors that make your home feel brand new. At Interiors by Winkles in Perham, flooring isn't just what we do, it's all we do. For over 35 years, our family-owned showroom has helped homeowners find the perfect carpet, hardwood, vinyl, or tile. We handle it all. Design ideas, detailed estimates, and expert installation, so you can enjoy the results, not the stress. Interiors by Winkles, where flooring meets expertise. Visit interiorsbywinkles.com to start today. Welcome back to the Hive. The Yellow Jackets earn a 2-0 victory. They will now play either Parker's Prairie or Staples Motley. That's currently in the second set with Staples Motley leading that 1-0. They lead on the scoreboard 6, or now tied at 6. We thank you for tuning in here to the KLN Invitational, our KLN Family Brands postgame show. A quick one here today as we get you set up throughout the rest of the day. Yellow Jackets back on the court around noon. We'll have the action for you here on the 549 Media Network. That's coming up here in just a little bit. We thank you for tuning in today. Our Steve Sanitation player of the game is Jocelyn Griffin. The lefty really had a nice morning to start things off for the Yellow Jackets, and Griffin with her strong serve and attack at the net helped lead the Yellow Jackets in the first one. The Yellow Jackets with the victory. They improved to 11-6. Fosston falls to 6-11. We thank you for tuning in. Hope to see you later as the Yellow Jackets get ready to come back to the court in about an hour here on the 549 Media Network.
You've been watching 549 Media. Don't miss a moment. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications at youtube.com/@549media. The plays, the energy, the excitement, it's all right here with 549 Media.